What's up, Internet? This is Kevin from Techfest Lunch and Dinner with our full review of Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. Now, if you've played Fallout 3, then the majority of this game is going to feel very familiar. The graphics are no different, and all the core gameplay elements are still intact, including the special system for character development, the VAT system for pause and target aiming, and both the lockpicking and hacking minigames. So really, New Vegas handles a lot more like a very large expansion pack with its own plotline and territory, rather than a full sequel, which surprisingly doesn't hold it back at all. In fact, despite its similarities to 3, New Vegas seems to show off a much better execution of these same gameplay elements by having a larger branching storyline and adding just the right new mechanics to improve its playability. This installment takes place in the Mojave Wasteland, centered in what is now Nevada, and places a large emphasis on both the Hoover Dam and the city of New Vegas, one of the few areas that survived nuclear war. Interacting with the various locals this time around is different from Fallout 3, as the reputation system from Fallout 2 has made its return. Morality between good and evil still exists, but it takes a backseat to your reputation with a particular faction when dealing with individual people. In fact, the main plotline relies heavily on this system, and the latter half of the game can change based upon which major factions you chose to ally yourself with, and which ones you chose to piss off. This makes the game a lot more interesting in terms of how different NPCs react to you, and really gives it a much better feel since character opinions aren't based on good guys versus bad guys, but rather on multiple factions that have different goals. In fact, none of the major factions can be seen as entirely good or evil, which makes things much more interesting when you as the player have to decide who you want to help. This shift in emphasizing reputation also has allowed for the creation of more fleshed out companion characters. Rather than being simpletons who join you as long as you match their alignment as they were in 3, companions this time around have their own backstory, their own preferences for which factions you choose to help, and side quests that help give them a lot more personality. Not only are they more detailed, but interacting with companions is a lot easier thanks to the addition of the companion wheel, an interface that makes changing tactics and inventory as well as healing a lot easier. One of the smaller yet welcome additions is the weapon modding system, in which some weapons have available mods that can be purchased in order to upgrade them. It's not the most in-depth mod system, especially since all the mods seem to be purely beneficial, so as long as you make use of the weapon they relate to, there's no good reason to not just add any mods you find. Still, finding mods for your favorite weapons adds just enough excitement to make the addition well worth it. Last but not least of the additions is the hardcore mode. The option to play this mode is separate from the game's normal difficulty settings, and it adds a layer of realism not normally seen in the game. The player must eat food, drink water, and sleep on occasion in order to avoid negative status effects, and both ammunition and currency have weight, which can complicate inventory management. One of the most painful changes, however, is the fact that companions are capable of dying permanently if defeated in combat, rather than simply falling unconscious and getting back up after all the fighting is done. While these changes do make the game a bit harder, it's never really that noticeable with the exception of companion death and needing to drink water really often. Unless of course you're playing it on the highest difficulty settings, in which case things get really difficult. All in all, Fallout New Vegas plays and handles almost identically to its predecessor, yet thanks to a change in setting and better writing, the game ends up outshining its older brother and stands as a solid title of its own. However, it does still have some of the same weaknesses from 3, including repetitive landscapes and architecture, and a number of minor bugs. Despite these problems, however, the game's strong points and addictive nature keeps players invested for the long haul. So basically, if you liked Fallout 3, you'll love New Vegas, and if you didn't like 3 due to its plot, then this one might still be worth giving a look. That's our review of Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out our unboxing of the Collector's Edition, make sure to click the link at the end of this video. Until next time, I've been Kevin for TLD Today, thanks for watching!